frame story. What's your frame story? So what is your frame story? If you were to be on a Zoom call or on social media and you're shooting at your desk, what's the story in the frame? The whole story. Everything from you to whatever's in the background. This is the beginning of this channel, so I figured I'm going to be talking about the frame story a lot, but the first one I should break down is just the one that you're looking at right now. So in the background, you'll notice these are all neutral colors back here. A little bit of brand colors you can see with my lights, or have that teal, which is in the kind of spotlight image in my logo. Eyeline. If you have a grid, the grid that's on your camera, whether you're using an SLR or you're using your phone even, you want your eyes to be right above the center of the grid. The other thing is I'm looking at the green dot. I think of it like a string that goes from my eyes to you. And you are one person that I really like and I really want to help out. That's who the green dot is. And I only connect with the green dot. Quite a common thing is for people to look at themselves. Even if you're on a Zoom call, even if you're on social media, I see people looking at themselves all the time. So you want to make sure the camera is just above your eye line. You want to look at that green dot and don't look at yourself. How do you not look at yourself? Pro trick. Take a Post-it and stick it over your face. Just take a Post-it and stick it right over your face. It's not an issue, obviously, if you're using an SLR camera, but if you're looking at your face or you're shooting a social media thing like right into your phone, just stick a Post-it over your face. It'll force you to look at that green dot. Your chair, whatever you're sitting at, don't have it be straight at the camera, because then you want to manipulate angles. Asymmetry is what's really great in shooting anything versus just a square straight on. We want to add vitality. I'll talk about vitality a lot. You want to add vitality and interest and just a little bit off center. So I take my chair and I don't face it right to the camera. I face it just off, which also gives me a better angle on my face. So let's talk about what's going on in my face. So what's in front of me right now is all windows. It's just all windows. The entire side of the wall is all windows. So I just have one curtain down that shadows the right side of my face. I got to put this back up here because I keep looking at myself. Just a little bit of dimension, and it's not so flat. That means I have to shoot about the same time every day, but this works with artificial light as well. And you don't need a lot of experience to do what I'm saying. This can be, anybody can do this stuff. If you have even a regular practical light, make sure it's not right in the center of your face when you're shooting. Make sure it's just like a little bit off center. The mic, like I have this USB mic in front of me right now. You want to make sure it doesn't dominate the frame. So you just want it a little bit down in the frame so it's not competing with your face. Glasses. If you're a person that wears glasses, you are fighting reflection all the time. So how do you fix that easily and quickly without driving yourself crazy? Look at my glasses. You just raise them up like, I don't know, what is that, like a half an inch? Maybe even an inch? Until it looks okay. But if I'm looking at you, you really can't tell the difference. But that extra little oomph tilts the angle of your glasses and immediately gets the reflection off of your glasses without hardly any effort at all. You want to have your camera about an arm's length away from your face. Camera an arm's length away, mic hand length away. Clothing. People trust you more if you're more open. So try not to have things that go all the way down to your wrist because it closes you off, or things that are already tight up around your neck because, again, closes you off. It's okay to show a little bit of skin. It just makes people trust you. Just think of it like, the vulnerable spot of like your pet. It's your jugular, but if you expose that, it's a little bit of a vulnerability. Versus somebody that might be in a suit with a tie all the way up here, or somebody wearing a turtleneck or a jacket. Anyhow, all of that stuff just closes you off. And if you can, you occasionally want to show your hands in the frame. It just creates the whole person. Anytime you can inject vitality into your frame story, it just adds more life, more trust, more connection. Because remember our 3 pillars: physical, mental, emotional. Emotional is your connection to people and the planet. A plant is part of the planet. You put that in your frame, boom, you immediately add life to your frame story. So, those are my quick tips for your frame story. Let me know how it goes. Send me pictures, and I can't wait to see how this changes it for you. It really makes gigantic difference and just levels up your professionalism without much effort. Go get it. I love you, human. And stay curious.